Hello, I'm Des Welch from deswelch.com, and this short video is to explain how to use LinkedIn endorsements. That's not the recommendations like testimonials, this is the skills endorsements. And I'm in my home page. I'm going to go to my profile page. So click up here where it's just under my picture on the top right of the navigation bar, and it says View Profile. I'm in my profile and I scroll down to where past education, past volunteer activity experience, to featured skills and endorsements, and it's showing 3 featured skills and endorsements. It shows the numbers of endorsements I've got here, and over here this is a little confusing. It says endorsed by Mike J and 2 others who are highly skilled at this. Well, but it's got 87. Well, maybe that's because they are also endorsed for that skill. I haven't researched that, but it's a little confusing. Don't worry about it. If I click on that number 87, it will show me all the people who've endorsed me for it. It gives me links to their site. I can go and endorse them for something, for instance. And if I don't want a particular, say there's an endorsement from someone you don't particularly want to be endorsed by, you can always hide. I'm not going to hide Tony's, but I'm just demonstrating there. So back on again. So you can get rid of the, or not get rid of the endorsement, but have it not show up. You'll see that once it gets to 99, it goes to 100, and beyond it goes to 99 plus. So if I click on that one, the number for coaching, you'll see that it says 165. A lot of the names are similar because a lot of people will endorse you for a number of things at one go or at different times. I can also see that I have, it also says I have 28 more skills. I think there's a maximum 50. I choose not to use them all. Some people like to have them all in there because they get more keywords. But I think my own view is to only have skills in that I think A, could be keyword relevant, but B, that I'm happy to stand up and say, yes, I can do that. If somebody says, can you take this, give us a bid for this contract for that? I say, yeah. Public speaking. I've done a lot of public speaking in my life, and let's see how many people there are there. 113. That's okay. So some of these people have heard me speak. Some may not have done. They might have just heard me on video or something. So I can reorganize, I can edit those. I can add a new skill. Let's say I want to add a new skill. So I go here where it says add a new skill, and a little box comes up. Yeah, I'm just going to move the viewing screen down a bit because it says share profile changes, and I'm going to actually put a yes on that because this particular one I'd like to be known better for, and it's laser coaching. And I add that. When it says your network, it'll be those in the network that LinkedIn chooses to share it with. A lot of things don't get seen by everyone in your network. I suspect that nothing ever gets seen by everyone in your network. So there it is down the bottom, laser coaching, with no endorsements at the moment. I can move these around because I may want something in a different position. And indeed, today I noticed that I had social media strategy at the top, and I wanted business coaching at the top, so I moved it, business coaching. I moved LinkedIn up higher than it was. I've got social media strategy. I've also got social media. I may choose, let's put public speaking up there because I like public speaking. So I'm going to put public speaking there. I've got a number of endorsements for that, and I could play around with those, but that's enough for the moment. And then I just, how did I do that? I went over to this little bar here, and for instance, social media. If I wanted social, say, social networking, so I wanted that to be further up, I just click on, put mouse over there, and it brings up the little cross icon, and I move that up there. But I'm actually going to leave it. I'll leave it there after public speaking. So, what's the value of this? Some people think they're a nuisance, they're not worthwhile because they see themselves being endorsed by people who don't have a basis for, they feel don't have any basis for knowing whether they've got that skill or not. I have read somewhere, and it's a while ago now, by someone reasonably senior in LinkedIn, indicating that the algorithm does take account of these in terms of priorities for search. That's pretty limited, qualified sort of statement, and the algorithm might have changed by now, so I wouldn't put high hopes on that. But someone did make a point, something I was reading a day or so ago, who said, well, if people are looking at your profile and those of your competitors, and you have a lot of endorsements from your peers and colleagues and friends, let's face it, they may say, well, this person seems to be well regarded, worth a phone call, worth an email, worth a chat. That's kind of hunch stuff, but it's based on quite a lot of experience with LinkedIn on this other person's part and mine. So that's how you enhance the way the endorsements are displayed. I've now got those three that I would regard as the three things I want to be first noticed for. The difference between business coaching and coaching, well, it's a question. I might even change that again at some point. Some of them mightn't be looking for business coaching as such, but they might say, oh, coaching, life coaching, career coaching, whatever it happens to be. They might not contact me for business coaching, but they might contact me for more generic coaching, which might include the kind of coaching they want, but they don't include under the heading of business coaching. So what about other people? Well, let's go to somebody who has endorsed me for something. And we'll go to social media strategy. I'm going to look at that and say, there he is, Trip Braden. I'm going to click on his name, takes me to his profile, and I scroll down to where his endorsements are, and this is interesting. Skills, featured skills endorsement strategy, business development. He has 23 skills in all on display. I think that's worth noting. He hasn't used the full 50, and I've already endorsed him for those. See those ticks there, check marks? I've already endorsed him for those. And executive coaching, he's brilliant at that. And business strategy, leadership, management consulting. And there must be one here that I haven't checked for him. That one, because he's definitely one of those. Professional services, and business planning and executive management. So he's now got 3 new endorsements from me. He'll be notified of that by email, and he might say, oh, that's nice, or he might say, oh, okay. And now I go back to my profile, and now you've seen me add a skill. You could actually do a bit of a campaign. I'm loath to do this, but if you decide to do it, you could say you could do this. Close that for a minute. You could say I wanted to be known more for laser coaching. I could, and so I could go here. I could go down to, click on the pen to order things. I could, I'm just saying this is how you would do it. I'm not saying this is what I'm going to do. You take that laser coaching skill that I've put in there and take it right up, and put it in, maybe not number 1, maybe number 3. Okay? So now it's in number 3. So now I can say to some people, I'm really developing my laser coaching. So I could go to people that I've already done laser coaching for, and I could say, I want to actually emphasize my laser coaching skill. I've got it listed on in the top 3 of my skills on my LinkedIn profile. Could you go there and just give it a thumbs up, give it a check mark if you will? I'm not going to do that, but I could. So I'm going to take it. Yeah, I'm going to discard the changes. So it's not in there now, but I could have saved it. Okay, I hope that that's given you a good idea of how endorsements work, and I think it's a way also to help for ourselves to do some business assessment and say, what do we really want to be known for? And with any of those things that I've listed, I could at least have an intelligent conversation with somebody. I might decide the project wasn't one I wanted to do, but I've made an assessment for myself and got the opinions of others on certain things. And with any of the skills that I've got listed there, yes, I could talk to somebody intelligently about a profile, about a project. But I wouldn't add things in just for the sake of it. And if someone added a skill in, say someone put a skill in there for me that was soccer goalkeeper, yeah, I would immediately delete that. Immediately. That's me, Des Walsh, from deswalsh.com on LinkedIn Endorsements. Bye now. Every good wish.